I recall being taught that the difference between poor, middle class and wealthy individuals is not the amount of money they make or even have. More importantly, it depends on their concept of the purpose of money. Poor people regard it as a way to pay bills while they work their lives in making enough just to cover their expenses. Middle-class people view money as a tool to purchase goods they can't afford, and they strive to accumulate just enough to buy these items and keep up with their payments. On the other hand, rich people believe that money should be used to make more money, such that they eventually have enough to not have to worry about money.
What are your superpowers again? I'm rich.
So what does this have to do with looking poor, wealthy, and so on? It is a common assumption that someone's appearance can be used to determine whether they are wealthy or not. Nevertheless, there is no real evidence to back up this claim.
I'm falling for the rest of the night, bitch, I'm all in.
An investigation was conducted on 160 white people, split into two groups, those who made less than $35,000 and those who earned more than $100,000. Surprisingly, it was possible to discern if a person was from a low or high income background just by looking at a photograph of their face, with accuracy of 68%.
Are you okay?
This could be attributed to the fact that the emotional strain of poverty often leaves marks on a person's face. For example, a homeless man's face does not reflect the joy that he deserves. Whenever I observe the countenance of someone who has strived to reach where he is currently, I can still recognize the wrinkles of hardship that has been etched on his visage forever, as it is a part of the way the world works on him.
No homeless in here!
Homeless? You're homeless?
What I'm trying to make you understand is that how one's appearance is immensely significant, and how to truly become rich as opposed to just pretending to be, and why pretending to be rich can be more costly in the long run. When I was younger, I assumed that looking rich meant wearing a fancy suit, driving an extravagant car, and living in luxurious mansions. But as I grew older, I realized that those were merely the flashy things that poor people try to do to look rich. Instead of saving, middle-class individuals tend to buy a single costly item like a Gucci bag or a Rolex watch, which can be quite expensive. For instance, opting to buy a house for $500,000 is pricier than going for the one that cost $100,000. Similarly, a $60,000 car is costlier than the ones that cost $10,000.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Yeah, I am. You're not getting a Porsche.
Even minor expenses such as going out with friends, eating at a fast food place, and buying new clothes can be expensive. It does not make sense to spend so much money to try and look wealthy. Not only does it require spending money, but it also has an impact on your financial success in the future.
I'm broke.
The $500 car payment could have been used to invest in an account worth $1 million. The mortgage payment of $3,000 to $4,000 per month could have been invested in your business, and all these could have been used to make a rental property income that would guarantee financial freedom. Instead of waiting until you actually possess the wealth you aspire to have, you decide to put a facet on wealth. It seems to be that individuals with lower incomes try to present themselves as having more financial means than they actually do, while those who actually have a greater amount of wealth may not show it outwardly. For example, if you observed Mark Zuckerberg walking down the street, you would not be able to tell if he was well off just by looking at him. He may just appear to be an ordinary person wearing regular clothes.
Mark, are the allegations true that you are secretly a lizard? I'm gonna have to go with no.
Stop the cap.
This has led me to the conclusion that it is not always easy to tell how much wealth a person actually has. For instance, if someone is driving an Audi e-tron that costs $80,000, you may assume they are well off, but in reality, all that means is that person no longer has that amount of money. It has been used to purchase a car and perhaps a few other things to give the appearance of wealth.
Rusty?
Spin it all.
We often form a conclusion when we observe someone with expensive possessions that they must be well off, or at least must have the means to buy it on credit. It's a natural assumption we make when someone appears to be trying to present themselves in a certain way. When you observe an individual driving a Toyota and dressed in ordinary clothes, you would not be able to detect their abundant wealth, such as their bank balance of $50,000, their investments of $500,000, their rental property, or any businesses they might own.
Who are you?
All of these assets and previous incomes are concealed from view. Generally, people place more importance on actual riches instead of trying to look rich. According to books like The Millionaire Next Door and Stop Acting Rich by Thomas J. Stanley, people who are not well off tend to imitate the rich. However, it often leads to a poor reproduction of wealthy people who are attempting to appear rich themselves. There is a marginal percentage of rich folks who are flashy and have possessions such as Lamborghinis and mansions, but the lion's share of millionaires possesses normal homes, normal cars, and investment accounts. While this might not be flashy or inspiring, it is a financially secure position to be in. The main objective is to acquire real wealth. It would be more practical to imitate individuals who are middle-aged, own a home and car, and are debt-free than trying to copy the extravagant ones who can buy a Ferrari without any financial concerns. It is not a practical goal for many people.
So they don't like it, and I said, well, what color is your Bugatti?
To summarize, physical appearance has some importance, but the most important point here is to concentrate on creating wealth, not just on looks. If you saw me walking down the street right now, you'd probably think I'm looking hella good with my suit, shiny shoes and watch. But what you don't realize is that I only paid $60 for the suit on AliExpress. The shirt was a gift and the shoes were also from AliExpress. This is why appearance can be misleading sometimes. You may think you need to buy expensive items and clothes like this just to fit in, but the truth is, it doesn't really matter. It's the actual wealth that counts. My recommendation is to plan out a lifestyle budget and stick to it. That's the most important thing. The lifestyle baseline budget has 3 distinct objectives for success that you should try to progress towards. The first point is to construct a budget that reveals the amount of money essential for you to live if everything in your life was to go wrong. This budget would only accommodate the absolute necessities, such as paying bills, and should provide you with assurance if the event of financial struggles. For instance, if your necessary monthly cost total up to $1,000, you could make ends meet, but would not be able to live a lavish lifestyle.
Please, sir, I want some more.
The second point is to attain a lifestyle that is feasible and comparatively more luxurious than the first. For my personal circumstances, this requires generating $2,000 in monthly passive income, enabling me to lead a quite lovely and comfortable way of life.
All good?
Then the third point is the luxurious lifestyle. This is what many people seek, but they often overlook the first 2 points. With such a way of life, I would be able to get everything I need, and it would be incredible. The cost would be around $4,000 each month. Nonetheless, it's essential to remember that a home without mortgage, an investment, no debt, and a financial reserve must be taken into account first.
What do you think?
That looks so sexy.
The aim is to generate enough passive income to pay pay for $1,000 in expenditures. Then to create a comfortable lifestyle, you'll need a passive income of $2,000 every month. Getting to this amount of income may take a few years, and by this time, one's personality may have evolved. When you arrive at the passive income level of $4,000 a month, which could be considered a wealthy lifestyle, you may not be as keen on having fancy possessions. And after you have achieved your goals, you'll realize that your values and priorities may change. Instead of striving for wealth and luxury, you'll be more focused on other duties, like having a family, or traveling, or providing opportunities for others, and sustaining a life to the fullest. You'll find that this mindset is more beneficial and that you'd be an inspiration to society. But what do you think? Comment below and subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more videos like this.
Well, calm down. I'll go see if there's something else out there for you, okay?